Hi guys, I have been meaning to show you for a while how my bed setup works in the back. When I designed my Berlingo conversion, I was living in a flat in Glasgow, and when people came to see me, generally they came in pairs, and I didn't want to just have one seat for passengers the way I did in my previous Berlingo. So I designed this so that I could pop the back seat back in and someone could sit in the back, so I could pick two people up from the airport. I've now never used it like this because COVID hit, no one came to see me. Oh, right, I had a dog there that was wandering around by the tripod, so I was worried it was going to knock my camera over. So yes, COVID hit, no one came to see me, so I didn't actually get a chance to use it. My idea was that when I was using this as a part-time camper, the rear seat could actually just stay in with the bed out, so it could just be folded down. The space behind it, under the bed and beside it here could still be used, so I could still fit lots of things in. And then if I wanted to pop two people in, I could just fold the bed and the mattress up into the back and pop the chair up, seatbelt still here, and I can have two passengers. It is a shame I haven't used it, but I kind of needed the underbed storage and wasn't bringing a second person, wasn't bringing anyone into my van when I moved into it, so this seat has been in storage since, well, for the last year. Because this seat has been in storage, I haven't had the opportunity to do this, but I've had it at a friend's place since I moved out of my storage unit last autumn, and I had my MOT this week, so I needed to kind of sort things out in the back of Silver so that the driver's seat could go back and it would be all sorted for the MOT, so I thought this was a good opportunity to finally get the video of this. I've had a bit of fun this week in that I somehow accidentally deleted a whole load of video and photos and things, so this is actually the second time round that I filmed this. It's just how things are going at the moment, but I had a friend help me out. The friend that the chair's been at, one of the two of them, has helped me with some of the filming as well, so hopefully I have all the footage now and can show you how this works. This folds down and the bed comes out. I'm just going to chip in here to say that if you saw my last video, you'll know that I am currently looking to get funds together for a slightly larger home. And some of the ways that you can support me with that is checking out my Etsy store and my photography stores. The links are down below. And also donations through my Ko-fi page if you would like to donate any money. And then just watching my videos really helps too. So thanks. We had to sand the ribs off the joints for the sections of the bed that needed to come apart. The joints for this type of frame are quite hard to get in place and are pretty stuck in place once they're in. I needed these to be able to come apart whenever needed, so we used a file to sort of wear them down so they still work and the bed stays together despite much overnight wriggling, but they can also be separated easily when needed. We put these little triangles of ply in all four corners of the rear section of the board so that it slots into the frame and does not budge. The three sections of ply are held together by fabric hinges. The whole build is basically set up for somebody my height, so if you're sort of 5'2" and under, it probably works. I'm not sure exactly how tall I am, but it means that for me the bed can be out and the front seat doesn't need to be moved at all. But because the bed frame dismantles and the bed base folds up, it means that if you need to get someone taller to drive, you can just take off the top end of the frame, fold up part of the bed base, and then the front seat slides all the way back. So that's how I designed my Berlingo conversion. I got inspiration for this design from somebody else that had put a double bed across the back of a Berlingo but had built it with the aluminium tubing, and they kept the middle seat in the back because they were going to have someone else with them sometimes. I will try and find that video again and pop a link down below because that's where my inspiration came from. It looked awesome. I found the video, showed it to my brother and went, is there a way that I can make this work but just with a single width bed and keep the middle seat in the back? So we made it happen. The rest of the frame fits underneath the mattress, on top of the bed base, underneath the mattress, so it all just kind of slides in, which means that when this seat is down you just pull it out, and when the seat's up it's just neatly tucked away under there. The rear four legs of the bed have these large feet. We screwed the back two into the plastic at the back of the van, and the two middle ones are screwed into small pieces of wood we cut to wedge between the metal ridges of the floor. We lifted the carpet and cut small holes to pop the tubing through so that feet sit below the carpet. Luckily I had the sense to film it at the time because I can't get to them now. The front two legs have adjustable feet so they can be lowered, and the middle section of the frame can be slid under the rear section at the back when all my stuff isn't in the way. Due to the positioning we put these in, we ended up adding these wooden supports on both sides for them to rest on. Since the original design, we have added a front leg to give it some more support. In the winter I often climb from the front into the back, like straight over between the front seats, so a lot of my weight is going on the front bit of the bed. It's usually where my feet go overnight, so it doesn't get a lot of weight, but it's just when I'm climbing through. So use some more aluminium tubing with just a basic foot on the end, and then a friend of mine put together a little wood thing to go in the top. This did split apart after using it for a few weeks when I was moving things around in the back, and I knocked it and the wood split. So it is held together with some crazy Gorilla Glue that I don't think it's ever going to come apart again. And then I taped it shut whilst the glue was drying, and I've just left it like that. So it doesn't look that pretty, but it does the job. When the bed is all folded up and the seats in place, this can just slide in here. The switch to and from bed and seat layout can be done solo, but some parts of it are a little less fiddly with two people. I had figured that I was likely to have at least one person with me if I wanted to use the extra seat. Okay, I'll hold it this way around. I bought a piece of foam mattress that is in 3 pieces so that it can fold up like this and fit into the back. Since I've been sleeping on it for a year, it has got a bit squished in some places. It's super comfortable and I have a dodgy back and I absolutely love it, but it has got squished a little bit. So it used to fold up and this all looked nice and straight and flat and it fitted very neatly in the back, but it's kind of got squished down and outwards so it doesn't fit quite as neatly as it did before, but it still does fold up into the back, and usually when I fold it up this fits in here, but I'm having a moment where it just won't. Again, if you watched my last video you'll know that I am planning to sell silver soon. Once I get a larger van, I will need to sell silver. So if you have seen this and you are based in the UK and at all interested in buying her, it's likely to be late March, early April, depending on what happens with getting a new van. So if you are at all interested, please just drop me an email. I'll put my email address down below. Drop me an email and we can start to chat about that. I'm currently kind of pricing her up to work everything out. She comes with all sorts of cool things like an underslung diesel heater, leisure battery, solar panels on the roof, roof bars, cool box, and all sorts more that I've added to her. So just let me know if you're interested.